Chainsaw Man is really badass. I first heard about this manga when this meme page, who I thought was a cute girl but was actually a man, made this their profile picture. I was like, that's cool. And then I forgot about Chainsaw Man for a while. Eventually, I started reading it, and then I couldn't stop. Whenever I had my lunch break at my job, I'd read Chainsaw Man to keep myself from running head on into traffic and killing myself. I read the first 4 volumes in about a week, but then I got fired because apparently stealing things from unlocked cars is something you can't do on company time. Suddenly, I no longer needed to read Chainsaw Man to keep myself sane, and all my time was taken up by a taxi driver style psychosis. That didn't really go anywhere though. About a week ago though, I started rereading Chainsaw Man, and I remembered how fucking good this manga is. Chainsaw Man takes place in a world where people's fears manifest into physical devils. You got sea cucumber devils, you got shark devils, there's probably even a shower devil out there for League players. The more feared something is, the stronger its devil will be, and the only people who can fight these monsters are devil hunters. People who usually make contracts with devils in order to use their supernatural powers against other devils. Denji is a kid who really drew the short straw in life. His dad got real friendly with a rope and left Denji all alone. The only piece of his father that Denji has left is a massive debt owed to the Yakuza. So just like that, Denji has 2 options: pay off the debt or die. Unlike most high school dropouts, Denji doesn't enlist or become a stripper, or both. Instead, he makes a pact with this cute little chainsaw devil fella, who definitely will not get turned into marketable plushies.
Oh God, please kill me!
From then on, Denji and Puchita, I think that's how you say it, scrape by killing devils and selling their parts to the Yakuza. Denji hasn't learned how to lie to the unemployment office yet, so he has to do things like sell his organs or even one of his balls just to get by. He can't even afford the $5 Fortnite starter pack. All Denji dreams of is a life with 3 meals a day and a bed that isn't in a shed in the woods. But that dream is taken away when the Yakuza backstabs him. Literally. None of this is really even a spoiler, just the setup for the rest of the story. The idea that someone could be so cruel as to take away a dream as simple as having 3 meals a day always struck me as particularly sad and cruel. And as Denji's laying in a dumpster more cut up than that hooker from last night, Puchita gives Denji a second chance at life. In exchange for letting the marketable plushie watch Denji live out his dreams, he'll give Denji his heart. So Denji is revived with his new ability to turn into the Chainsaw Devil, but the only friend he's ever known is gone. So what does he do? He kills some fucking zombies. Afterwards, he becomes a devil hunter for the state and has everything he could ever dream of. A bed and 3 meals a day. He just has one more dream to chase now. That Makusi. Denji isn't like other anime protagonists. He isn't guided by some sense of justice. Hell, there are even times where he doesn't care about the people he's supposed to be protecting. He even admits that when choosing between humans and devils, he's just on the side that will keep him the most comfortable. Denji even questions whether he gave up his ability to feel empathy when his heart was replaced with that of a devil's. This makes Denji interesting. I don't wake up every morning and think to myself, how many jaywalkers am I gonna kill today in the name of justice? I think, damn, are chicks gonna want me if I wear these pants? Following a protagonist so wildly different from your typical I love justice dweeb is unique. Following Denji can be frustrating, confusing, and hilarious. But there are times when he shines, and despite having the heart of a devil, he can seem more human than anyone else. Then you've got Aki. He's the silent and serious type. The only reason he even became a devil hunter was to get a chance at killing the devil that ruined his life. When we first meet him, Aki is a dick. He tells Denji just to quit because his goals aren't respectable enough. So Denji kicks him in the balls. Twice. After this, Aki's personality starts to shine through, and he becomes a valued and beloved part of Chainsaw Man. I like Aki. He's got a badass sword. This is Power, the one that chick was actually a dude but was still kind of hot had as their profile picture on Instagram. She's a fiend, a human body taken over by a devil, and her motives are just as low as Denji's. Her and Denji have this brother-sister thing going on, despite this scene. But that's pretty normal, right? But I'm sure the author would never do anything weird with a brother and sister character, right? Oh god. Chainsaw Man isn't afraid to kill characters. You may really start to like a character, only for them to die a few chapters later. This really reminds you how demoralizing this fight against devils really is. Most devil hunters are just normal people, trying to get revenge against the monsters that ruin their lives. They give up so much of themselves to fight these creatures which are infinitely stronger than them. Most of these devil hunters die, and of course they do. Now, I could probably fight a mountain lion and win, but going up against something like this, I'd fucking die. You get a sense that any character could be killed at any minute, and that just pulls you deeper into the story. Oh yeah, and there's this chick people bark for on Twitter. Fucking animals. I really like Chainsaw Man's art. There are times where the panels seem so simple, I think, yeah, I could probably draw this if I shifted from drawing furry porn to drawing people. But then you get these crazy fight scenes that have so much detail put into them. I can't even imagine how long they must have taken to draw. Fuck, and the background art, the cityscapes and buildings that... Man, I cannot pronounce this dude's name. Well, the cities and buildings that the author creates are incredible. There's so much detail that this dude could probably be an architect if manga stops paying. There are also just the little things that make Chainsaw Man's world so interesting to look at. Like the way Fujimoto draws the folds in people's clothes, or how he adds these little dot things to distinguish the foreground and background, which is pretty typical but I still enjoy. I also like looking at how he shades clothing. Hell, I even like the way he drew his characters popping out of the panels in certain cases, which once again is pretty typical, but I liked it. Chainsaw Man's art is so encapsulating that I could get stuck staring at a single page for minutes at a time. I'm gonna keep this part pretty short. The characters in Chainsaw Man are really cool looking. Denji has these cool teeth, probably because he never brushed his teeth before. Then he turns into this devil with chainsaws for arms. Power has horns and big ass tits. Never mind. But she also has these cool ass pupils. Half of this guy's face is stapled and he has cool ass earrings. Aki has his badass sword. This dude makes really crazy facial expressions. She's hot. She's also hot. There's this page which keeps getting crusty for some reason. This dude has a fucking katana through his head. I need to shove a sword through my head. Wait. Chainsaw Man is so many different things. It's badass with these gory, brutal fights. It's sad and heartfelt with Denji questioning the tangibility of his dreams and his own humanity. I don't know why, but every time I read this scene where Makima tells Denji he has a heart, my eyes water and I just think, damn. It's funny, there are times when I laughed out loud reading, and then I got yelled at for laughing at a funeral, but what the fuck else am I supposed to do? But most importantly, Chainsaw Man has a soul. These panels drag you into a gritty, dangerous world and you become engrossed in that world, never wanting to put it down. This is definitely something that will put me on suicide watch when it ends. So yeah, I think you should give Chainsaw Man a shot.